Which building do I want to ore farm on today?
Oh, Jin Woo!
Oh, hey, Chow, what's up?
Mama like.
What the?
Stop it right there, you homewrecker.
And who exactly are you?
Uh-oh.
I'm the woman who actually deserves him. Now back off.
Excuse me? Actually, you can back off, you B-ranked B-cup bint.
Well, at least I'm an actual character with some depth, and I wasn't added to the story just to give the Gooner men something to stroke it to.
Well, actually, that's why I'm here.
Well, at least I don't have a full schizo PTSD attack whenever a goblin appears.
Bro, what are these women even arguing about? I just want to stand on buildings, not deal with this. My liege, I advise we pursue Miss Lee, as she cared for you even when you were an E-rank nobody. Master, but the calcium cannons, the mommy milkers, the honkas. You both make excellent points. I choose... Stop right there! A man like him doesn't want girls like you. He deserves a real woman. Yay! Now no one can get in the way of me and my glorious king. Can I go stand on buildings now? Jin Woo, our glorious, sexy, ore farming shadow monarch. Women want him and men want to be him. From being an E-rank nobody to an S-rank backbreaker. He is the new gen definition of aura. So, in today's video, we will go through season 2 and break down every single time Jin Woo asserts dominance and proves to everyone why he is him. Keep in mind this is a part 2 to a video I made a while back. That video contains scenes from season 1 episode 1 to season 2 episode 2. So for this video we'll pick back up at season 2 episode 3. Now that out of the way, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons to help support me. Join the Discord with the link in the description below, and with all that out of the way, let's hop into the video. So for our very first aura farming moment, it's not just small to warm us up for the main events. It's when Jin Woo walks into the demon castle for the first time and the quest tells them to collect 10,000 demon souls. Dude casually drops one of the hardest lines I've ever heard.
Whether it's 10,000 or 10 million, I'll kill them all.
Dude, Alex Lee is one of the most generational voice actors in modern anime. We cut to the 50th floor where we see the fat piece of bacon just chilling in his chair. Jin Woo blinks and out of nowhere he flash jet, disappears and tries to smash Jin Woo. Of course though, our glorious king dodges it and hits him with the
Please.
Even Jin Woo's surprised as he thinks his stat may be a little too broken. Eventually he hits him with the
You're too slow.
and does the sonic loop-de-loop around the building to drop in one tap him. Only a few minutes later we see him rolling up against the 75th floor boss, Metis. Metis is watching in horror as Goat Commander Egress pulls up ready to resize his chocolate starfish. While that's going on, Jin Woo just randomly appears behind him and goes,
Come on, it's almost too easy.
oh hell no, bro, you gotta just run at this point.
I'd wonder if the undead feel fear, but who cares?
Oh no.
And before he even had a chance to stand from his seat, it's already over. Keep in mind, this is the same guy who, like, 7 episodes before was struggling with the tower's guard dog. Now he's no-diffing the 75th floor boss. What a generational performance from our GOAT. Cutting into episode 4, we see Jin Woo finally getting his S rank as off-brand Roy Mustang tries to recruit him. Hello, sir. I'm Walmart Mustang. As you can tell, I'm kind of famous on these parts. You see, some people refer to me as the ultimate weapon, but perhaps you knew that. I, for one, don't care for the name, as I'm a fairly humble man, you see. So humble, in fact, I'm willing to give you the opportunity to work for me all the way here in my guild. How does that sound? Sorry, little bro, I don't have any spare change. This scene was so funny. Like, little bro, he ain't gonna let you hit. Then later in the episode, he joins the mining team because he was low on cash and wanted to go find some diamonds. Unfortunately for our protagonist, this fat ape bumps into him whilst being on his man period. Watch it, you fat 14 chromosome monkey. This scene was so unbelievably funny because this guy thought he was all that in a bag of chips, but with one look from Jin Woo, he clenches harder than he's ever done before. Cut in only like a minute later.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
Alright, time to take a quick peek at the boss.
Hold it right there.
Busted. Oh, sorry. I was just looking for the bathroom?
In front of the boss chamber?
Yes? But don't worry, I'll be on my way now.
Wait, 1 second.
Well,
Oh my god. For the first time ever, I met someone that doesn't smell like shit.
Oh, well, I take pride in my health as I shower once a week whether I need it or not.
So clean.
Dude, this scene was so funny, bro. His raw aroma alone literally had baddies frantically running over to him just fiending for a sniff of him. Like, I do not care how expensive of a clone you got on. You will not do what Jin Woo does. Cut into later in the episode, Jin Woo is working as a bag carrier for this A-rank strike team. They get jumped by these high orcs, and it's looking bleak, as each orc is about as strong as an A-rank hunter. This one girl's looking up at the orc as bro is about to just one-tap her. When all hope looks lost, our glorious king uses the ruler's hand, grabbing the orc by the throat and ripping its head and spine straight out of its body.
I beg your pardon?
When I first saw the scene, I was genuinely shocked. This is one of the most brutal things I've seen in anime in a long time. He doesn't want to blow his cover though, so he's flying around invisible, weakening each orc so the hunters can actually take them out. Even after successfully taking all of them out, unfortunately for our Nugget Strike Squad, a horde of over like 100 more come rolling in, demanding they follow them into the main boss's chamber. They meet with the boss, Kurangolan, and he is literally throwing their leader against the ceiling and floor over and over again, as Jin Woo is seemingly watching. Right before he's about to die, Jin Woo finally makes his entrance, saving the guy. Could have done that from the start, but alright. One of the generals gets ready to throw an axe at Jin Woo as he one-ity flicks onto him with the ruler's hand and puts him straight through the ceiling. Like, little bro, you are not that guy. Jin Woo eventually walks up and drops one of the most diabolical lines I've ever heard.
You know, unfortunately, this is a terrible matchup. And when I say that, I mean for you.
It's everywhere, dude. Dude, that voice is making me feel ways I've never felt before. Bro activates his monarch's domain, which gives all his troops a massive boost to their power. And bro, keep in mind, like I said in the last video, since his shadows are basically an extension of himself, any aura farming moment for them counts for him as well, dude. The fight starts, and without missing a beat, Goat Iron literally destroys like 20 of them with one swing of his massive axe. And Lord have mercy for these poor orcs that are about to try to run up on Egress. Bro, those orcs got fucking eviscerated by our glorious purple commander. He's too tough with it, bro. Eventually, he tries his best to attack Jin Woo, but obviously nothing's gonna actually hit him. He's just Himothy. Kurangolan eventually starts shit-talking our goat, saying it's only a matter of time before you run out of magical power and can't summon your troops. Daddy Woo is like, you sure about that, Lord, bro? As he pops some mana potion to refill all of his mana. Allow me to show you the true power of a necromancer. As he literally respawns all of his high orcs to fight him.
They'll all become my shadows soon enough. And of course, so will you.
Too raw with it. I had to change my underwear after watching this scene. Kurangolan commands his generals to join the fight, but like, little bro, all you're doing is giving Egress freelo, dude. Egress is literally 2v1ing these monkeys, and just look how good these scenes look. Egress literally pulls a Thorkel, pegging his sword straight into one of these monkeys as he launches the second one into tank, who literally hits a black flash on this poor ape. Bro finally stands up as he realizes he needs to help his monkey soldiers as they're getting washed by Jin Woo's army. He activates his shield as somehow, with the help of Orb of Avarice, his default mages literally giga nuke the shield. Bro starts full molding as he grows to crazy size. Luckily, our goat Jin Woo VOD reviewed Levi and swings around, bringing an end to this loser. Eventually, as they're being escorted out, Shaw wants to talk to him, but just isn't brave enough.
Miss Cha?
Yes, Bora?
I was just wondering why you have a pickaxe.
Mining away.
We get this great scene afterwards of Walmart Mustang asking the A-rank squad leader how he compares to Jin Woo, and bro just gets hit with the cold water. Well, he's stronger, faster, braver, sexier, has better kicks than you, has a better car than you, has a better bitch than you. Okay, I get it. Better haircut, more aura, smells better, teeth whiter, taller, longer. Okay, I get it. Swim longer, jump higher, come further.
I get it!
Eventually, Jin Woo must show the Hunter Association what he's able to do in order for them to properly assess him or something like that. Bro basically just whips his dick on the table to assert utter dominance as everyone is shocked, as they realize he's far stronger than any of them at this point. They eventually realize they need to suck up to him, but just like before, he completely ignores them. Although he accidentally walks out the wrong door where the entire press is just waiting for him. And dude, this scene was just so cool, genuinely. Literally seeing all his old teammates watching the news absolutely starstruck at the fact this guy went from the weakest hunter of all time to the 10th ever S rank in the country. Beck tries to help escort Jin Woo away from the media, but he's like, don't worry, little bro, I got this. As he flash steps away, he literally starts full skittering out as he was so fast he couldn't follow his movements at all. We cut a few scenes later and we see Jin Woo in the weapon store looking for new gear before going back into the demon castle. This worker jokingly tells him that if he can manage to break the glass case and he can have everything in it for free. He charges up, and right before punching, the worker panics, telling him that I was only joking. But as he walks away, the worker realizes the glass is cracked just from the raw aura emanating off Jin Woo. He our glorious Aura Monarch for a reason, bro. Once finally in the Demon Castle, this Giga Titan comes towards him as it's Tusk's time to shine. Jin Woo gives him the Orb of Avarice, which gives its user a 200% magical strength increase, and giving it to a mage as powerful as Tusk is basically a cheat code. He starts charging up the Giga Beam as bro realizes he probably should have just minded his own business.
Oh shit!
Even Jin Woo was like, well, damn. A little later in the episode, these knights run up on bro and...
You know, I've always wondered, do demons like you feel fear? You're shaking. I guess I have my answer.
Once again, I've changed my underwear making this video. Please stop, bro. I only have a few clean pairs left. But in all seriousness, though, I don't know why he's aura farming so hard. Literally, no one else is around. He's just doing it for the love of the game. Luckily, the last knight was a hot woman, so Jin Woo spared her life for obvious reasons. We cut to the next episode as Jin Woo barters with the Radish family for the next floor's entry permit. Essel's dad is panicking as he can sense just how strong Jin Woo is. But before leaving, Rizwoo's like,
there is one other thing. I'd like to borrow your daughter.
You know, for obvious reasons. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. My glorious king, bro. Not only does he farm aura in every scene, but he's also collecting baddies like Pokemon cards at this point. Later, she asks him why he spared her family, as he wasn't really obliged to do so, and he says,
guess it's because I like you.
And it's like an ocean. I definitely didn't bring enough changes of underwear for this trip.
Eventually, though, Jin Woo and his new baddie made it to floor 100 of the Demon Castle, where they meet Baran, the Demon Monarch. Bro looks raw as fuck, flying in on a literal dragon as he's holding a sword made from the lightning. The fight starts, and off rip, Jin Woo's generals start absolutely farming and eviscerating everything in their way. One thing I only noticed on like the third rewatch of the scene was Igris jumping on Tusk's shoulder. This shit is too cold, bro. Igris and Tusk low-key the toughest shoulders in his current army. As lightning is following after our other goat Tusk charged up the final flash once more as they have this insanely looking beam fight. And while this is going down, Jin Woo launches Igris' blade straight through the throat of the dragon, bringing him to the ground.
Sorry, but looking up was tiring me out. Come on, Baran, you call yourself a monarch, right? Fight like one.
Two things. Firstly, that line was so raw, bro. I literally felt tingles throughout my pickle. And secondly, you really shouldn't have said that, bro. He literally gets grabbed by the face as Jin Woo is barely able to survive with the help of all of his generals. This dude still somehow overpowers all of his strongest soldiers, leaving Jin Woo alone. With no time to refill his mana, right now it's a straight 1v1. They have this epic duel as eventually he gets overpowered to the point where he's doing everything he can just to hold him back. Sadly for our goat though, Baran charges up a point blank mouth blast as he can't dodge. Issa, bro. With those extra few moments Issa brought him, Jin Woo puts all his strength plus Ruler's hand into ripping both of Baran's arms off. He comes in for this generational uppercut yelling, "Who the hell do you think I am?" And literally all I could think of in this moment was this guy. Jin Woo hits bro so unbelievably hard, his head not only comes off, but flies into the upper atmosphere, literally getting giga nuked. Sexy Woo's punches can literally trigger nuclear level reactions at this point in the story. After his fight with Baran, the next time we see our glorious king really truly aura farming was during the Jeju island raid. All the S-rank hunters were pushed back all at 1 HP, thinking that this was the end. Out of nowhere, the shadows Jin Woo placed on them emerged to protect them. We get this scene of Jin Woo aura farming on top of this random building before using his exchange to teleport to the island. I mean, this scene looks cool obviously, but like, why was he just sitting on this random building for no reason? Bro was VOD reviewing Piccolo's aura farming scenes and trying to emulate them, I guess. Now, as much as I love Goat Woo as an aura farmer, I don't know if he'll truly ever be on Piccolo's level. This is the same dude who decided to stand around farming aura on a planet that was about to explode instead of trying to escape. Bro would really rather die farming aura than just survive. Genuinely elite. Eventually though, once he does get to the island, all of his boys post up ready for a slaughter. Once he gives the command, all of his elite soldiers running, absolutely spreading these nugget ants. Right before he was about to respawn the ants, Baru finally makes his entrance. Baru's like, there is no king out there. Is there someone here who you call king? And our glorious King Drippy Woo walks up right in his face, looking cold doing it. And then genuinely one of my favorite scenes in the show. The news guy finally gets his camera working again as the world finally sees our glorious king in action. Seeing everyone's reaction to him being there was also so hilarious. Especially Chairman Go's reaction, literally stepping up out of his chair, hype seeing Jin Woo. Dude's literally out here watching the episode with us. Baru throws the first blow, absolutely rocking Jin Woo in the face as everyone's scared that he vastly underestimated him. Weak like all the others, he is not the king.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
How could a human be so strong?
And with that, our legendary battle commences. After being overpowered and having his poison neutralized, he realizes that the only way to win this is with his speed. Then we get this generational animation sequence of Baru transforming into his Giga Speed mode. This is where all the budget went, folks. In this scene right here, Goku pulls out his new daggers from the Demon Monarch as they have this super cool face-off. The fight commences, and y'all, this shit is so peak. They ramp up their speed even more and have this insane scene of blue and red sparks colliding. Then quite possibly one of the general public's favorite scenes from what I've heard is President Beck trying as hard as he physically can just to keep up, but it's just literally hopeless as they are so many magnitudes faster than him. This is the same guy who's like an assassin S-rank hunter. If anyone would be able to follow it, it would be him. We get even more cooler dynamic shots from their fight, and this really was such a great treat to watch. After getting comboed on, Baru snaps, literally slamming him into the ground and getting within literal nanometers from his eye, about to kill him. Cool callback to the Guitar fight from Demon Slayer, which is another one of the best fights in anime. But right as he's about to hit him, Argo stands back up, literally eviscerating him. All of us were shocked watching the scene, but you know who is even more shocked?
What in the world was that?
Baru tries his damnness to run, but Jin Woo comes flying in, just absolutely plucking his wings from the sky, slicing him up. We see Baru on the floor as he's legit a nugget. Baru is absolutely throwing a temper tantrum as he commands all the ants to attack Goku. And y'all, this is the moment where I was like, alright bro, the dub is low-key where it's at for this show.
Boys, get him.
It's everywhere again, bro. And now I'm officially out of clean pairs of underwear. Dude, this line was so raw, bro. Boys, get him. I would literally offer up my firstborn to this man as gratitude for the hard work he puts in. His summons quickly farm all the ants as Argo literally puts a nuclear level explosion through the mountain. After seeing Goku one final time, he decides he just must flee as he does not want to be resized here now. Unfortunately for him, Jin Woo's like, you ain't going nowhere, shitter, as he looks down at him in this insanely hard pose. Bro's just farming aura by existing at this point. And just like that, Baru's life comes to an abrupt end. Truthfully, this whole fight was just Jin Woo being badass, and I'm all here for it. Minutes later, our S-ranks are flying away in a copter trying to make it to safety, but there's too many ants and it's looking bleak. Once more, Argo springs into action, taking them all out with a bolt of lightning. They look over and he's literally holding the Giga Sword while riding a dragon. He's just doing it for the love of the game at this point. And then for our final aura farming moment in season 2 was him walking into a red gate and absolutely touching everyone in there. He summons all his boys and is like, let's make this quick. We get this shot that makes me laugh so hard. It's just this entire army lined up for him. Like, genuinely, think about it. There's no enemies and no one here to watch this. Actually, what is the point of doing this other than to farm aura? Like, I actually don't know. Then we finally end the season with this shot.
Oh my god, he's so goddamn cool!
But yes, ladies and gentlemen, sadly that is the end of our video. If you enjoyed at any point, drop the like and subscribe button. It helps a lot. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.